This is Blake Temez with the Blake Temez podcast, where I speak as a Catholic layman to Catholic laymen about missional living, wisdom cultivation, and legacy building in service of Christ and his bride, the Church. Thanks for being here. Today's set of thoughts are going to be about this note that I have from David Murrow's Layman Going to Church that says this: present men with clear entry and exit points to service. Not every ministry should assume a never-ending commitment. Give them opportunities for short-term commitment and be sure to acknowledge their contribution when they successfully complete their service. Now, I really like this set of advice from Murrow. I think too often in the Catholic parish setting, we turn physicians into kind of just de facto like lifetime roles, where like someone begins serving in youth ministry like one semester, and kind of just the working assumption in the background is that they're always going to like keep helping from year to year, without giving them like a clear like beginning time and end time, and like a time to take a break, a time to like reevaluate. And that can be a problem for a few reasons. First of all, it can lead to an unhealthy sense of obligation on the part of lay people to persist in a ministry, even if they have discerned that they don't have the gifts related, like the gifts that are relevant to that ministry, or perhaps their life circumstances change, and so it doesn't make good sense for them to participate in that ministry any longer. And it kind of can rob lay people of the legitimate freedom they have to act creatively in their personal apostolate and move away from a ministry if it's no longer like well aligned with what they're supposed to be doing, in their service in the church and beyond it. So that's one problem. It also has the problem of like lowering expectations of continued development, I'll put it that way. If roles are assumed to be lifetime and there's not continued opportunities for development and evaluation and kind of like re-upping one's commitment, then there can be a kind of stagnation in one's service where they fall into a rut, and whether they know it or not, are no longer growing as a disciple and simply like showing up and doing what they've always done, in a manner of speaking. And the third problem, and this relates more directly to the note from Murrow's book, is it can prevent men, he's talking about men in particular, from volunteering in the first place at all, right? If they see everyone around them saying yes to a ministry and then becoming involved in it for life, and sometimes that burning them out, then if that's the model for ministry, they may not want to get involved at all because they know what they can give and they can't give that much, like in terms of time and energy and resources, they just can't take on a lifetime commitment. And so that can be addressed by creating these kinds of terms of service, right? That's not the right way to say it, because that's like the legal jargon for the fine print of stuff. But the terms of their service, when the service period will start, the training that will be provided, and when it ends, and when they can kind of, reapply or recommit to another go, and not just be presumed that they're always going to be available. And, that addresses the few problems that I mentioned before, because it gives that opportunity for people to evaluate where they are in their current circumstances and to make prudent decisions about what ministry to take on and which one to say no to at that moment. It creates kind of natural seasonal ebbs and flows for periods of evaluation and discernment and ongoing training and all of that, and prevents stagnation in that way. And then it increases the pool of people who may be open to volunteering in various capacities because they know that what they're saying yes to is just as plain as that. It's what they're saying yes to, nothing more, nothing less, and that there's kind of integrity in that negotiated term of service. And so, a lot of wisdom there. You know, uh, I'll be thinking about how to apply this in the context of my ministry with young adults and with men in particular. You can definitely apply it in your context, whatever it is. As always, thank you for your time and your attention, and God bless you in all your efforts.